Hello, everybody! Welcome! It's time to die. Hello, everybody, part 2! I am Pup-Team from the Geeky Pup Show here for Superman and Lois, Season 3, Episode 9. And joining me, as always, is Froggy. Say hi, Froggy.
Hi, Froggy.
And we're here today to discuss the new episode, The Dress. Well, there are a few things happening here. Obviously, Bruno Mannheim's son and John Henry Irons' daughter was a conflict that was dealt with. Well, not really dealt with. That was introduced last episode when dinner didn't go quite well. And now the two of them are apart and sad because they want to be together. Meanwhile, Lois is feeling sensitive about, justifiably, she is going to have an operation. They're going to remove her breasts. And obviously...
And put them on Clark.
No. This is not written by the CW, Frank. Yes, so that is pretty much... that's what's going on there. And Superman is at conflict with John Henry Irons, who is really trying to crack down on Bruno Mannheim. Because Bruno Mannheim, his wife, is currently in DOD care, being taken care of. And John is saying, hey, you want to see your wife? Well, you're going to have to comply. And
give us what we want, but Bruno Mannheim says no. And he ends up being upset, and he sends his men to Smallville while John's walking with Natalie. And then John sees this, takes out his giant elephant taser and beats up the men. And it just keeps escalating from there and there. So Superman basically goes to talk to Bruno Mannheim to plead with him after, and basically says, like, hey, I understand how much you love your life. If you just comply with us, we'll let you go see your wife, and you give anything just to be with her. And of course, John Henry, who's being a dick, shows up with the DL agents, and basically General Samuel Lane shows up, and Clark, or basically Superman, tells him this, that hey, I had it under control. He's like, wait, you knew about this, but you still didn't. He basically says, he kicks him off the case. You're too close to this. You need to calm down. Everything keeps escalating with that. Eventually, because of this, everything that's going on, basically, Matteo wants to see, Matteo meets Natalie. They talk to each other, learn everything. She learns that her father basically is keeping Matteo and his family from seeing their mother. She's disgusted by her dad's behavior, calls him out on the BS. Eventually, because Matteo acts out his dad, he says, like, have you ever murdered anybody? And the fact that his dad did not deny it should be a really red flag for Matteo. But he says, we do everything to protect you. And he's like, I just want to see Mom. He's like, don't worry. So basically, he goes in his lab down there. And Bruno Mannheim sends Adam, basically, to revive him, and they go attack, John Henry. They kill him in his lab. His armor was basically been previously damaged. He was in the middle working on it. He's being attacked. Superman shows up to fight him, but he basically punches and yeets Superman away. So as Superman's being plummeted and like doing permanent backflips through the air, John finally is able to contact his system online, contact his hammer, and basically kills Adam, and Superman's pissed off about that. Natalie was upset because they first were going out. Obviously, they're engaged to be married, but they didn't get married yet. She already knows that he's Superman. Lois ends up getting basically nominated for an award for like a journalism lover. She doesn't want to go, but Clark says, no, let's go. He ends up spending his selling all his baseball cards, including his Cal Ripken Jr., rookie card, and buys Lois this nice, sleek red dress, And they go there, even though she doesn't win. We learn at the end, she basically, because he tells her, you are the most you're the most beautiful person I've ever seen, especially right now. And they have sex in the back of the limo, but then they go
Yes.
home and then they go flying. Um, at the end, also it's also revealed that it was Lois's idea because he couldn't afford a venue anywhere. He decided to go get married at Smallville on his farm, his mom's farm. And so yeah, so because Lois is feeling down about this, Clark was going to donate clothes. Everything else they're getting rid of, and Lois wanted to donate clothes. Lana basically said, "You know what, Clark? I'm gonna go talk to her. Don't worry." Because Clark felt kind of weird because it's her thing, it's her body. He didn't want to tell her what to do and stuff. So he didn't feel comfortable. So Lana basically talks sense into Lois. Then
They're going to
Lois,
Hooters.
yeah, yes. And Clark really had no idea what Hooters was. I don't know if he was playing along, but I think he actually was kind of gullible for a second. So Lana tells you got to talk to Clark about this. Like tell him about your feelings, and then she tells Clark you got to talk to Lois, and they kind of make up. And then she's like, you know what? Let's have some cuddle time, bit of stuff. And he basically Clark reassures her, no matter what happens, what happened to your body, I love you. I love every inch of you, with body, spiritual, physical, mental. He's like, I just want to be with you. I don't care. And so basically, she's like, you know what? How about I go put the dress on and we, celebrate, and she puts a dress on. She comes outside. They kiss and they hug, and then they float up to the sky, and then they kind of make out. At the end of the episode, after all this, Bruno Mannheim takes Matteo down to his secret lab, and he shows him, what's this? Oh, this is the Superman from the reverse world. He's how I'm going to save your mother.
Yep.
Dun dun.
So this has a lot of. I think it's a really decent episode.
Very respectful to people who've gone through cancer. She's having a double mastectomy. That's usually what happens. She's feeling self-conscious. Her hair's falling out and stuff, and she's just chased by it. She says, but my boobs, it's the one thing that will not come back. I look at my hair will grow back, my taste buds will come back, but that's gone. And she feels that Clark's not gonna think she's beautiful anymore and stuff. So
and she realizes that it's silly for her because of how Clark is.
Yeah.
Because Clark is going to love her no matter what. And she knows that, but it's a little bit about her, which is understandable. This is life-changing stuff that's going on for her. And so she's got to face that. But overall, like I said, it's a really solid episode. Another one. And I really love this show. And so glad that we can come here and talk about it. I've missed talking about it a lot. It has never let me down. You remember that first episode when we were expecting, CW Superman can't be good.
I expected, Arrow.
Expecting, horrible stuff with the Suns and all of that. When all these characters have turned out for the better, we were so worried about. Oh my gosh!
Jordan.
Well, look, they're already starting with Lex Luthor. They're doing this and that.
We did get something that grasping for straws. Both brothers hugged out. They made up, and then Sarah wanted to get in the middle of that brother hugging action.
Oh no! Shut up.
John,
you are not going to give us bad vibes, Froggy.
Jonathan's been doing a lot of good stuff, man. I gotta tell you, man. I see Sarah wanting to date Jonathan now that he's single.
Oh gosh. Well, we'll see. For now, we want to hear your thoughts. If you're not watching this show, you're making a mistake. Superman and Lois is some of the best Superman content out there right now. No joke.
It went Stargirl, Superman and Lois, and then Kung Fu. All we got left is Superman and Lois. And hopefully this gets another 3 more seasons. If they do bring in the Flash, like I said, I hope they just do it in the same tone they've been doing respectfully, with Superman, his character.
Your own universe version.
Yeah, yes, and that seems to be the way. That's why they didn't bring John Cryer over for Lex Luthor. That's why they're going with the guy who played Abraham, The Walking Dead, who looks.
I'm sorry, I still feel so. I still feel robbed.
No, I honestly, I feel like they finally respect his fans. We have a Lex Luthor who's
John Cryer was good.
Yeah, personality-wise, but he was a scrawny little dude.
Oh, that's.
Lex Luthor's not scrawny.
Ah.
He's basically Batman, the peak of like a fitness, you know.
Peak of fitness. I feel that's a little silly. No, Eric Brain, do not cancel this show. It's good.
You'll never cancel the Kiki Puppet Show.
Oh, you mean us? Okay, that's acceptable. But that's it for now. We want to thank you. Please make sure to like and comment and subscribe. It helps out the channel. Check out the Ko-Fi if you can. And that's about it for now. Until next time, one last thank you before we say goodbye.
It's a bird. It's a